Never be in situations and in spaces where you feel obligated, where you feel obligated to people because of what they did for you. I mean, be grateful, be humble, but this is what I'm really trying to say. There are people that God has called to be in your life, to be your friend. And then there are people that God has called just to be your acquaintance. Just because you help somebody doesn't mean that you have to be their friend. That's what I'm trying to say. Just because you encourage somebody doesn't mean that you have to be your friend. And I'm talking from personal experience. There were times in my life where God had used me to speak into people's lives, to encourage people, to give people a prophetic word, and they wanted to be in my space. So I allowed them to come into my space. And as a result of that, it ended up being a horrific situation. Relationships ended up ending on really, really bad terms, only because I didn't know how to strategically place people in their right categories. There are people that are friends, and you have people that will come into your life and act like they're your friend, but they really aren't. They're not interested in you as a person. They're interested in having access to your gifts, or having access to your money, having access to something that they need. And it doesn't always necessarily have to be money. You may be a person that's an encourager. You know how to encourage people. You know how to lift up people's spirits. You know how to make people feel good about themselves. You know how to cheer people up. And that's the thing that's really lacking a lot in society. A lot of times people tear down. They don't really want to build up. So when you're the type of person that likes to see people win and you like to build people up, people do want to be around you, but you have to be careful and you have to ask God to give you discernment. Is this person in my life for the right purpose, or if this person is in my life to drain me? Sometimes you may have people that will come into your life and want you to be their free therapists. They don't want to pay to get therapy, so they want to come into your circle and get free advice and so forth. And listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's nothing wrong with talking to your friends about your problems, but what I'm saying is that when you have somebody that constantly comes to you when they have problems, they never have anything positive to say. It's always something negative all the time. That could become very draining and taxing on your emotions and on your body. So be very, very careful who comes into your life, and place people in the categories where they belong. Stay blessed.